So let's talk Wayfinder from Airship Syndicate, which is the game being published by Devstream of Warframe. They've just had the very first dev stream, and with it came the announcement of when the game is going into early access and when we can all get to jump into it, as well as Founders Pack information, seasonal tower information, new Wayfinders, there's mounts, there's pets, there is elite Wayfinder variants, kind of like primed Warframes. There is news on player housing. The game is going to have 17 different weapon types across 4 different weapon classes to begin with, 6 Wayfinders, or I guess 7 if you count the elite one, 6 different explorable areas, world bosses, multiple different dungeons which also have bosses in them, which you can alter how these dungeons play out by imbuing them before you enter them. So basically it was a stream packed full of information for anyone who is interested in Wayfinder any little way, and when you can expect it. So Wayfinder's early access goes live on August the 15th at 12 PM Central Time, so only a few weeks away from now, with complete cross-save and cross-play between PC and PlayStation, with Xbox getting access once the game goes free to play sometime next year. Now, early access will require a Founders Pack, with full free to play, like I said, going live sometime next year. So initial release is Founders only. Early access will have no wipes, and your progress will carry over into the free to play whenever it happens. Wayfinder is going to be a free to play action RPG game, or Airship Syndicate's take on an MMO with a similar microtransaction model to what Warframe has right now, since they are the ones publishing it, and it's going to evolve and hopefully add to its world over the course of its existence over the next few years. Absolutely everything in Wayfinder can be farmed and built, and its seasonal content will be something that stays with you forever. You never lose it. So you can return to the seasonal tower and go after any cosmetics you want to. In case you have stepped away from the game for a while, you can come back and then still get them. However, and this is a huge however, there is one specific Founders item or Founders character that won't be available again after early access, and that is Elite Kairos. Kind of like the Prime Kairos if you want to. So there is that fear of missing out. But before I get into that, this is the Founders Packs and their pricing. I will leave a link to the website in this video description so you can go and check out the Founders Packs yourselves if you are interested in jumping into the game, and the Founders Packs go live on the 15th as well. Now, it has got regional pricing model for Founders Packs, and I think for the seasonal stuff as well. The seasonal content is a little bit different to what you'd be used to with the linear kind of season passes. This is a seasonal tower, which allows you to go in any direction you want, but I will let them describe that instead of me.
So what makes the reward tower unique is that it's more than just a linear progression of rewards that you unlock. It's a bit of an adventure game of its own. So we're presenting it like a little isometric dungeon, and as you earn keys, you're going to be able to hit switches, solve little puzzles, get little bonus rewards.
One great thing that our reward tower lets you do is when you purchase it, it stays with your account. It'll always be there for you when you come back.
So there is a free tower pass, a paid for tower pass, but there is also a premium tower pass, I think. The free one will give you access to 25 unique rewards. The paid tower will give you 100 rewards, and the premium one will give you the same 100 levels but instantly unlocks the first 20 waves, which is kind of something similar to I think what Diablo 4 was doing, which also gives you instant access to the new seasonal Wayfinder, which is Venomous the first time around. So this seems to be the premium kind of tower, seems to be their version of Warframe's Prime Access. So by purchasing that premium one, you get the 20 levels free, but you also get the newest Wayfinder. Now with these towers, you can go down any path or direction that you want to, and like I said, they will never expire. So there is no fear of missing out on the tower content, just on that primed Kairos or elite Kairos. Now, some of the Founders Packs will have unique dice sets. They will also have Wayfinders tokens, which are used to unlock any Wayfinder that you want without having to build them or farm them. It means that you can choose any Wayfinder you want and unlock them whenever you want to as well. So you can hold on to that token for several months and get a future Wayfinder, or you can use it straight away. Now, each season will last 3 months, with 2 seasons coming into the early access before it leads into free to play. There are 4 different Founders Packs for you to choose from if you want to as well, with the cheapest one ranging from $20 all the way up to the $150 Founders Packs, which will give you the primed Kairos or the heroic Kairos. All of them will give you access to the game once it goes live on August, with each one giving you different packages depending on which one you pick up. Now, like I mentioned already, the largest Founder Pack has a heroic Kairos in it, which is basically Warframe's version of Excalibur Prime, and he will never come back into the game once early access ends. Never. So if you don't get the heroic version, you're left using the normal Kairos. He comes with boosted stats, sockets, and increased mod capacity, and it does sound like they're going to be releasing elite versions of some of the other Wayfinders down the road as well, the same way that Warframe does with primed Warframes. And even though I have Excalibur Prime in Warframe, I'm really not a fan of it. I've had 10 years of players kind of pining after Excalibur Prime and really wishing they had him, and missing out because they had school or they had work or they had other obligations, and this kind of adds that layer of pushing people towards picking it up because they really don't want to miss out. And like I said, I'm not a fan of that. I understand it, and it's normal for me in a way because, like I said, I backed Warframe and I have Excalibur Prime, but that fear of missing out on a buffed up Kairos with additional stats for a lot of players just doesn't sit right. Now, a skin might have been a better approach, but that's just the highest Founders Pack, so it is optional. You don't have to pick it up, and if you're someone that this isn't really going to bother you, then don't worry about it. I'm sure the normal Kairos will still be absolutely amazing, since I've already played him and I know he is. Now, Venomous is coming with Season 1. She is the newest Wayfinder for us to have a look at. She is a Wayfinder that's described as being a spy with a mix of damage and support. Apparently she has some heals. She also has a signature burst rifle that is infused with venom needles to poison enemies. Her 4 abilities are Transfusion, which will shoot a volley of poison needles that lock onto nearby enemies, dealing damage. Hitting an enemy with a needle causes a healing projectile to seek one of the nearby Wayfinders or teammates. These projectiles will heal over time based on the number of stacks of venom that the enemy has. Her second ability is Vampiric Blast, where she will launch a bomb that absorbs up to 5 nearby poison clouds. After a brief delay, the bomb will explode, dealing damage to enemies and healing allies based on the number of poison clouds absorbed as well. Now, her third ability is Venom Thrusters. Dash in a direction, leaving a trail of poison clouds behind you. Poison clouds will damage and apply stacks of venom to enemies as well. Her fourth ability is called Deep Breath, where she will fire a massive explosion that damages and applies 5 stacks of empowered venom to enemies. Empowered venom will deal damage over time and count as an additional stack of venom for the Master of Venoms and Transfusion abilities. So her passive is Master of Venom. Weapon hits apply venom, dealing damage over time and stacking up to 5 times. Weapon hits against enemies with 5 stacks of venom will create a poison cloud that deals damage and applies stacks of venom. And a poison cloud can only be created by this effect once every 5 seconds. So that's Venomous. She is a support damage type healer. She can use any weapons she wants the same way as any of the Wayfinders. In fact, I'm going to leave a link to my playlist of Wayfinders for any of you who are new to the game and want to learn a little bit more about it. I go into a bit more detail with the upcoming classes in my videos. But I am also going to end this video by playing some of the footage that the devs showed on the Devstream, where they explain little bits about the game, just in case there is anything that I've missed from this Devstream in relation to its early access on the 15th of August. But let me know in the comment section below what you think of Wayfinder. If you watched the Devstream, what did you think of it? What do you think of, I guess, having an elite version of Kairos as a Founders Only item that's going to disappear once the Founders Packs disappear, just the same way that Excalibur Prime did with Warframe? Have a great day, and as always, thanks for watching.
Hey guys, it's Joe and Ryan with Airship Syndicate, and we are getting ready for our early access, which is about to launch, so pretty exciting times at Airship.
Yeah, we've had a bunch of great betas already, gotten good feedback from fans, from content creators, taken it to the shop, made a bunch of changes to the game, but now the real fun begins because we get everybody's input. And now it's your turn to hop in, play the game, talk to us, and help us get this game ready for the big time.
We've been building this game alongside the community in a lot of different ways. The biggest and the most interactive way is through our Discord, which even in just a short couple of months, we've already grown past 10,000 members, which is insane. And just the amount of talent where people are making GIFs and stickers and the fan art, great. Even characters that weren't even released yet.
Yeah, the community feedback from the playtests has been great. They've led to a lot of just like balance tweaking with like how gunplay works and movement speed and things like that. And we put in air dashing based on, I think it was a bug that people just liked, so we made it real.
What early access means for Wayfinder is, it gives us a chance to let people in early so that we can start to understand what parts of our game are exciting to them and what they'd like to see more of. And it can really help us shape the experience before we go free to play and wide to everybody. A live service game is pretty new for us. And so we're learning how to do that at the same time. We're getting all this feedback, and it's actually been a really refreshing experience to finally understand, in real time what's working and what isn't, and then we could be a lot more like productive and proactive about making the game better, which as game makers is awesome for us. We're taking a page from the DE playbook. Free to play as in free and fair. All characters, all weapons can be acquirable through crafting. You could play all the quests without having been gated behind a paywall.
By not including any loot boxes, not including any gacha, if you want to have any component of the game affect your character, that is completely available to every single player across the board. Doesn't matter if they're a paid player or if they just want to jump in, try it out, and experience the game for free.
Venomous is our newest Wayfinder. She is a spy and an assassin from this place called the Maze. She uses these augments and technological advancements to make herself more powerful.
Usually when we start out designing Wayfinders, we sit down and take a look at the concept for the character. Venomous's role in a party is supposed to be more of a support role. She's also a ranged Wayfinder, so she'll be supporting her team using heals and also ranged damage, but then she also has poisons that she uses.
So Venomous is really good at applying damage over time consistently. Because of her passive, she is able to deal damage even if she's not actively engaging an enemy with her dot.
She uses poisons to weaken her enemies, basically to hurt them slowly, and she kind of gets a kick out of that. She likes watching them suffer a bit as she toys with them.
Venomous's signature weapon is called Nightshade. It's our first burst fire rifle weapon in the game. We're starting to have some more diversity with weapon types.
Venomous is probably the most versatile Wayfinder we've yet created in that she's very good with both ranged weapons and melee weapons. When she's playing with melee weapons, she has the ability to apply poison to many more enemies at a way faster rate. So there's advantages there, but at the same time, you don't get the safety that you do with rifles.
So what makes the reward tower unique is that it's more than just a linear progression of rewards that you unlock. It's a bit of an adventure game of its own. So we're presenting it like a little isometric dungeon. And as you earn keys, you're going to be able to hit switches, solve little puzzles, get little bonus rewards.
One great thing that our reward tower lets you do is when you purchase it, it stays with your account. It'll always be there for you when you come back.
Since the start, we've talked about building this game alongside the community, and our Founders Packs are our first step toward doing that.
Today, we are excited to announce that the base Founders Pack not only gives you access to the game, but also to Founders Season 1's full reward tower, including the brand new Wayfinder, Venomous. We'll also have upgrades available in the Initiate and the Awaken Pack that not only give you access to the game in Founders Season 1, but also Founders Season 2. Other things such as Wayfinder tokens to unlock current or future Wayfinders, pets, mounts, skins, housing decorations, and so much more. The Exalted Pack is for our most dedicated supporter. It contains a permanent account-based progression boost for the currently active reward tower, as well as a heroic version of a fan favorite, Kairos. This will never be sold again and is only available in this pack.
I think it's going to be a really exciting time for all of us as we carve the way through to what Wayfinder is going to become for everyone.
So for the rest of the year, we can look forward to 2 early access seasons, and we'll be adding new lost zones, which will come with new creatures, new hunts, new group content. There'll be new Wayfinders, new weapons, new progression systems, including awakening and radiance levels, and there'll be new traversal methods too, including mounts and a hook shot. So for free to play, one of the biggest features we're going to be adding is neighborhoods for player housing, which I'm really excited about because it's really going to bring the community together and take the social element of the game to another level.
We hope you guys enjoyed that deeper look into Wayfinder and the game that we're bringing you guys for early access. The team here, still relatively small, especially for a game this ambitious. They put a lot of work, a lot of themselves into this thing, a lot of passion. Now we're ready for you guys to help us build our dream game.
Yeah, so join our community at playwayfinder.com. See you guys in early access.
Thank you.